It's pretty amazing because I feel like you guys are part of this new wave of acceptance of mixed lineage. Right? I interviewed Greg Hamilton, who runs a gym at Mid Cities under Carlos Machado. But he trained with a Hoist Gracie black belt, trained with Gracie Baja, trained with Jean-Jacques, and then now is striped, black belt striped under Carlos. So how do you feel about what is taboo to the older generations of being a creonte or a trader? And is this the way, though?
This is definitely the way. this is the way.
Please enlighten.
Like I myself, I'm probably the worst Crianchi. If you look at my lineage, like I started at Jean-Jacques, I went to Sean Williams. Both are fantastic jiu-jitsu practitioners and teachers. And then went to Cabrinha, another, obviously, like you don't need me to tell you, he's a great practitioner, also a great teacher too. And I've trained off and on with Brent the whole time as well, right? So like at least 4 major influences. But a lot of my friends and training partners that I've come up with now, because I've been training so long, have, like my old training partner, like Levi Jones. Like he used to train with us at Cabrinha's, now he's at Unity, and is also like one of the best in the world at lightweight, right? Like he's phenomenal. And so like even my old training partners now are instructor status and world class, right? So I get to train with so many amazing people that it's hard to say that you're from any one lineage, right? Like at this point, it's like anyone that I came up with that trains at a different gym can show me stuff, right? Part of the beauty of jiu-jitsu is that it's so complicated. There's so much to learn that even after training, and I'm like a real jiu-jitsu nerd about it, right? With being a teacher and a commentator, the whole thing that keeps me going is that I get to learn new stuff all the time, right? And there's not a week that goes by where I don't learn something brand new in jiu-jitsu, which is, after 16 years of just complete dedication to something, is pretty crazy. So that's what keeps me going. And it's different than in the beginning. I see the reason that they didn't want people going from gym to gym in the beginning. There was no internet, right? Nothing that was popular. There's no YouTube. You couldn't watch a bunch of tape on your opponents. You couldn't figure out what game was out there. And so
Still in a different country.
Yeah, in a different country. And it's like you go to Carlson Gracie, and you're gonna have like a more MMA, like hardcore, like nose down, just top pressure, like kill you attitude. Maybe you go to like Gracie Baja, you're gonna have more of like a tricky guard game or something like that. And the two kind of stayed separate, right? And for any of the other gyms. And every gym kind of had their own style. And the only time that anyone ever got to see those styles was at a tournament, which happened much less frequently, right? And there was very little video of. Or if somebody defected from one gym and went to the other, they could take the secrets over, right? So then it was like, hey, don't leave our gym and tell them our secrets. So like, I understand it from the old school perspective, but it's 2022 now. Like, so much has changed. There is an internet. Everyone sees everyone else's moves. They used to hide moves, even in instructionals. Like a lot of top guys would show their best stuff, but then leave out key details.
Sure.
Like that stuff doesn't fly anymore because now people pay top dollar for, like, people are becoming millionaires off of, Bernardo Faria's BJJ Fanatics. Shout out to him. He's doing an awesome job. And he's for the first time in history as a practitioner, you could put out an instructional and make more money than you could potentially if you like owned a gym, right? If you were popular enough and put out good enough material. But if you put out a bunch of garbage, like some people might buy it, but then word's going to get around and it's not going to sell very well.
Longevity's not there.
Yeah. So now it's like an arms race. Everyone's trying to put out the best stuff and show this amazing technique all the time, so they have something new that they can profit off of. So all of that other, like the Krianshi stuff, has gone out the window. And I think, especially in America, where it's much more about like the customer is always right, and you put your money is like, where you put your money is kind of like a vote, right? you should be allowed to do whatever you want, right? If you come walk in this door and you sign up for a membership, you should still be allowed to go train at Gracie Baja Northridge if there's an open mat there or something like that. And no one should care. In fact, it should be encouraged. Like at the very least, our students go to a different gym, they meet new people, it's a new environment. They can bring some of those techniques back here. They can share our techniques with them. You know, it's like a cross-pollination thing, and it should be like the more the merrier. But I see like there's still a lot of old school jiu-jitsu people that are very against that, and typically that's a good indicator that you should just turn around and run away as fast as possible.
If you're not the type to want to learn from other systems, right?
Yeah. So because that's it's a very old school mentality, and it's just, in my opinion, doesn't have any place in jiu-jitsu anymore.
Yeah, I agree, because I feel like even basketball, even boxing, you know, everyone's learning from each other. It's not just Allen Iverson who does the crossover.
Yes.
You know, everyone's doing the crossover step back, Michael Jordan fadeaway. Everyone's doing that.
Yes. Yeah.